Hey guys, Tony Farah here, White Hat Holsters. I want to talk to you about something today that's really important. And it's something that a lot of gun trainers just don't talk about. And I don't know why. You know, I'm a CHL instructor here in Texas as well, and our classes are 4 hours long now. It's hard to get all the information that I think you need to be a responsible gun carrier in that short amount of time. That being said, this is something that a lot of overall firearms trainers don't discuss a lot. And I think it's probably one of the most important things that can be discussed. And it's the reason I'm talking to you about it today. Let's think about something. We spend a lot of time thinking about what gun we're carrying, how we're going to carry it, what kind of holster to use, what position to carry it in, learn how to use it, be proficient in using your firearm. We spend a lot of time, a lot of money working on and worrying about those things, which is great. So you've worried about it. You got your gun, you got your pistol, your shotgun at home for personal defense, or you have your CHL or your CCW permit, and you're ready to go. You spend a lot of time training. You've become very proficient in your use of your firearm, and you find yourself in a situation where you have to defend your life. God forbid any of you ever find yourself in that situation, but let's say the unthinkable happens and you have to draw your weapon. You have to draw your weapon, you have to draw down on somebody. Maybe you fire, maybe you don't, but regardless, whatever happens, what happens next? What happens after that scenario? Okay, all your training's kicked in, you did everything right, presented effectively, you neutralized the threat, you're safe, your family is safe, you've achieved your objective. Now what happens? Okay, a lot of people don't think about what happens next. What happens next is the police show up, likely you'll get arrested, likely you'll go to court, likely it's going to cost you thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend yourself. Your whole life savings is wiped out. You're in financial ruin because you saved your life. And I know a lot of people are going to say, and I would probably say too, who cares? It's just money. I'm alive. My family's alive. That's all that matters. We can get the money from somewhere I work the rest of my life to pay for the attorney's fees. Okay, what if it happens again? Well, I mean, and then what are you going to do? You have to think about these kind of things. And I'm going to tell you about a program that I use. And some people will say, oh, this is a commercial for these guys. Okay, call it a commercial if you want. I'm telling you about it because I believe in the program. I believe in it 100%. I use it. My wife uses it. Everyone who's an employee at my business that owns a gun, whether they have a concealed permit or not, if they own a gun in their home for defensive purposes, they have this coverage as an employee benefit. And the reason is very simple. It's because of the financial difficulty associated with having to use your gun. All right, here's another scenario. You're just walking down the street, minding your own business. A stiff breeze comes, lifts your shirt up, your gun is exposed for 2 seconds. A mother with her small child freaks out and calls the police. You get arrested for brandishing a firearm because some police officer didn't know the law, or they didn't understand that it was an accident. So they make an example out of you, they arrest you. Then what? You didn't actually do anything wrong, but you get arrested, you get charged with a crime. Let's take it another step further. So you have to use your weapon. Let's say you have to defend your life and you have to take a life to do it. Again, God forbid any of us are ever in that situation. But that's what we train for, right? That's what we train for. That's what we work for. That's why we spend so many hours and so much time thinking about and training for that situation. So God forbid it ever happens, and we train so we never have to do it. But if it does, and you have to take a life, and you get arrested, and you're going to get charged, and you're going to go to court, and it's going to cost you $50,000 to defend yourself criminally, then the family sues you civilly for $1 million for the loss of their loved one. Now you got another court case and you have to defend yourself again. You get my point. It can be very expensive to have to defend yourself. What do you do about that? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I do, and I'm going to recommend that you do the same. Okay, there's a company here in Texas. They started in Texas called Texas Law Shield. I was first introduced to these guys through the Department of Public Safety instructor training. They were there at the 4-day seminar for instructor training, giving out their information to CHL instructors to sort of understand the program. I signed up for it immediately because I saw the value in it. And I've looked at some of these other programs. They have prepaid legal defense services, and but the problem is they don't cover everything. They cover up to a certain number of hours spent on your case, or they cover a certain amount of money spent in attorney's fees on your case. And that's how a lot of those programs work. Texas Law Shield doesn't work that way. There are no limits on hour coverage. There are no limits on fee coverage. And they cover you criminally and civilly. and any retrials that need to take place, aside from appeals. We'll get to that in just a second. God forbid you ever have to find yourself in that situation, Texas Law Shield is the company that I recommend. Now, as of the recording of this video, Texas Law Shield has branched out a little bit. They now have a coverage sister company called US Law Shield. That's an attorney partnership program that has exactly the same coverage, but it covers more places. It covers Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, and Pennsylvania. Those are the 4 primary states. However, they do have multi-state coverage. That's an additional option. Okay, so their multi-state program covers more states. So you sign up for one of the regular programs, then you add on multi-state coverage, and it covers even more states. I'm going to read them to you so I don't forget. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Utah, and Virginia. That's their multi-state coverage. You know, again, call it a commercial if you want. I'm proud to be a member of this organization. I'm proud to carry this coverage, and it's not very expensive. How expensive is it? Well, I'll tell you. If you're an individual with or without a CHL or CCW permit, it's $11 a month. $11 a month. That's for the US Law Shield program. For a couple, it's $22 a month. For the multi-state option, it's an extra like $3 a month. And for minor child coverage, you have a kid in your house, you have a teenager, you have a 10, 12-year-old who can recite all the gun safety rules to you right now. They can tell you all the rules of gun safety. They can tell you exactly what they would do if they saw a gun. And you're proud of their answers because you've trained them to handle a firearm effectively. Okay? You've trained them to do the right thing. What if they have to use your gun? What if they have to use your firearm to defend themselves or you? You don't think about that a lot. You don't think about that a lot of times. We spend a lot of time training our kids so they understand how to be effective with a firearm in the house so they don't have accidents, so they know the gun safety rules, so they can shoot effectively and so they can be proficient in their firing as well. They have their single shot 22 that you take them out plinking on the weekends, and they're real good at it, and you teach them to be safe. What if they have to use it to defend you or themselves? $2 a month for a minor child added onto your plan. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing in the scheme of things. I encourage you to research these guys. Look into the program. See if it makes sense for you. Look at it. Don't take my word for it. Call them and talk to them. This program gives you, when you're a member, 24/7 access to a hotline where an attorney answers the phone 24 hours a day. The licensed program attorney answers that phone call. They answer that phone call. I'm not going to show you the number, but I'll show you my card. I keep it right here behind my concealed handgun license. And it tells you what to say. Law enforcement shows up on the scene, you hand them this card. You say, here you go. Read this. This is my official statement. I'd like to call my attorney now. You call your attorney, they take it from there. You don't have to worry about it. You call the hotline number, an attorney answers the phone 24/7. All kind of testimonials from these guys. Check out their website, txlawshield.com or uslawshield.com. Either one. Look into it. I implore you to. It's important. You know, I consider all of us at White Hat a family. I honestly consider our customers part of our White Hat family. We all do this because we love it, because we have a passion and we understand the importance of self-preservation, of defense against evil, of protecting yourself, protecting your family against the worst case scenario. That's why you train so hard. That's why you research so hard. That's why you work so hard. That's why I work to perfect as close to a carry solution that will work for almost anyone and be tremendously effective. Why? Because I care about it, because I want it for me. And if I want it for me, you probably want it for you. That's why we do what we do. That's why these guys do what they do as well. They are just as passionate about your rights to carry. They are just as passionate about defense of life, about self-preservation. I've met with the attorneys. I've talked to them individually. They came to our office. I've been meaning to make this video for some time. At the time, they're only available in Texas. They said at the time they were working on some other states. 18 states now they have available. Call them, look into it. I implore you to do something. Do something to protect yourself, okay? Besides carrying your gun, do something to protect yourself financially. Do something to protect your family financially and protect your future, all right? I implore you to check it out. Thanks so much for watching this. We appreciate the opportunity to work for you, and I hope this little bit of information was helpful. I hope it'll help somebody down the line. If you have any questions, you can call me. I'll do my best to answer them, but do call Texas Law Shield, do call uslawshield.com, respectively, on both those sites. Get the information. They'll talk to you. They'll walk you through all the program details. There's no hidden anything. It's really straightforward. It's the only coverage of this kind that I've found that covers you criminally and civilly with no dollar restrictions, no hour restrictions. The only thing it does not cover is appeals, expert witness fees, government fees of any type, investigator fees, or bail bonds. Okay, it doesn't cover that stuff. Incidental fees. It does cover 99% of what your cost would be, which is your attorney's fees. Okay, that's the most expensive thing. That's what breaks the bank for people, is the attorney's cost, not hiring an expert witness. So do something about it. Do something, call them, look into it. I implore you to. It's as important as the gun you carry. Have these guys in your back pocket as well to protect you, protect your future. If they're not available in the state, call them. Tell them I want you guys in our state. What do we need to do? Do I need to find an attorney that'll work with your program? Tell them that you really want them there, and they'll find a way to make it happen, I feel sure. But check them out. Thanks so much for watching. Be safe out there. God bless. Have a great day.